Hello?
What's up, my guy?
What up, my guy? How are ya? Let
Good, I'm good.
me get my drink.
How's the traveling life? How's the nomad life?
Oh, dude, it's amazing. And like I've said it before, you're missing out if you're not traveling. And the 50 states is not traveling. Talking about go to somewhere where you really, really cannot understand, speak, you don't like the food, you're not used to anything, right? You're unprepared.
So any
Your shoes
travel,
don't match the weather.
so going to like New York when you've lived your life in California, does it count?
Not at all. I mean, I would say not at all. That's a huge statement, but I would say it's just so damn familiar. Only little things change,
Hmm.
right? So with travel, what you're seeking is complete difference. You're trying to experience culture shock. You're trying to experience something that is just so drastically different than what you're used to.
Hmm.
Because especially if you talk to people, when you talk to people of that kind, you get to see that they are really, really just open-minded and overall extremely chill.
Yeah.
And being extremely chill literally just helps you to, guide your brain waves
Hmm.
to the good direction, right?
Yeah.
You start stopping yourself at like being angry, for example. You know how to control yourself more and more and more. The more you travel,
Mhm.
that's the way I see it. You're just kind of more humble,
So as a little bit
right?
of like context, I know our audience probably we haven't recorded in a couple weeks from the last
Mhm.
time that we did, but give them a little bit of
Yeah,
context on like what you're doing, where you're traveling to, all that.
yeah. So it's actually pretty crazy, but at the moment, I'm actually filming with a couple people here in Istanbul. We have a meeting Thursday tomorrow. We're going to discuss everything. I'm going to be the cinematographer, so I got all my lenses with me and stuff. Traveling for the first time with heavy gear
Yeah.
was insane. My back was killing me.
Hmm.
You don't realize how much you're carrying until you leave, like TSA. Like you're like, damn shit. Like this is actually crazy. Um, but overall, I think at the beginning I was more worried about my gear. And then I was like, you know what, whatever happens, happens. At the end of the day, I'm gonna meet these cool people.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, got money, so just whatever happens, buy it. Everything's replaceable, really. But it, it's a really fun time seeing how organizing and planning your days is much harder now because you're really unfamiliar. Nothing's really the same. Your circadian rhythm has changed, and for the first week, I
Hmm.
mean, usually when you have like a delayed flight or something, which is what happened to me, really get messed up because usually what you do is you plan ahead to sleep for that time zone or whatever so that you can get over the jet lag in like a day.
Yeah.
But right now it's taking me 5 days. I'm kind of just like done just due to that delay. Kind of screwed everything
Well,
up.
dude,
But
anytime you travel across the world, it's gonna take some time to get used to it.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I travel a lot, so it's nothing really new. It's just this is the first time where it's kind of like I'm taking my work with me. I'm meeting these people. I can't let them down. It's ultra professional work. I'm in my head, but I'm really chill about it, which is super cool, and I'm like grateful for this experience
Yeah.
overall. So this week I'm going to be in Istanbul. I'm going to be filming a video on the Asian side, which is really nice greenery with villas and nice red roofs. It's just a dope ass color scheme.
Big
Uh,
schmoods.
yeah, I'm gonna share all that stuff on Instagram, so guys, stay tuned. Also, I'm gonna be hitting up London. I'm gonna be traveling from London to Birmingham, and yes, I'm gonna be buying my suit there. That's the whole point of that.
God
I'm
damn, are
actually
you serious?
stopping in London to buy. I swear to God, I'm buying a Peaky Blinder suit. I'm coming back.
Wait,
I'm coming back to Turkey.
is that where they shot Peaky Blinders?
For the most part, yeah.
Huh.
And a lot of it was CGI actually. So they would use like it's modern day. You know what I mean? So there's some old stuff,
Mhm.
but for the background and backdrop, like smoke and everything, they would usually use CGI to just exaggerate that it was the 1920s.
Yeah.
uh, which is super super dope. And I love that they use the same flooring and same locations as like the actual rich history
Mhm.
of Birmingham,
Mhm.
same clock and everything. Yeah, after that, I'm going to Qatar, Doha, and we're going to be hitting up the FIFA 2022 World Cup event, trying to see what's popping over there. I mean, they're hiring for events, and they're doing all sorts of things. I'm meeting up with one person and a couple of people that I've met on Instagram during my journey of content creation and all that stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm meeting a lot of cool new people that I've never met before. We've exchanged over like online and stuff, which is really exciting to say.
Power of the internet.
I'm excited. There's gonna be a lot of cool content.
Yeah.
What was that?
Straight up, power of the internet. It's priceless when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Turkey, London, Birmingham,
Turkey,
Qatar. Where else? Is that it?
And I'm coming back to Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a little bit of leisure since I'm already on this side of Earth. Might as well.
Didn't you say you're going to go to Saudi and do like Umrah?
I was, but unfortunately, COVID. It just does not make it easy. You gotta sign up way in advance. You gotta put your name in there. The wait list is huge, so it doesn't make sense. I kind of just blocked it up. Yeah, it'll happen in due time. No worries. Yeah. But yeah, man, how are you? How's everything? Chilling?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm very focused on my coaching stuff.
Yeah,
you know, I've labeled myself as the based lifestyle health coach now, so it's a bit of a personal brand shift. But I think it's going to come with time. I've already secured one client. I have a couple others in the funnel. Other than that, it's just about getting results and then seeing where I can go from there. But I feel good about where I'm at right now. So ringing in the new year with some good opportunity and stuff.
That's great. Great to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both doing like different shit, but it's kind of like, I mean, we caught up over the past couple of days, but it was like 2 minutes, you know what I mean? I haven't really checked up on you or anything. But yeah.
And I know you're looking lavish with your hotel.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, yeah, there's been a lot of problems. It's funny. We'll get into it when I get back. I'm going to tell all these stories, dude, because there's a lot of crap that's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
But for today, I actually, I shared a video with Zaid yesterday. And this video in particular is actually, how do we even explain it? It's one of those like really obviously fake videos. Okay. And it's kind of like a documentary. And it's basically, this is the title. Man quits job for 1 year to become homeless to show the world that he can make $1 million. And that is possible.
No. Let me set some context here. Not just a job. Yeah. Not just a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
This guy ran
this guy made
literally a 7-figure business.
Yeah. Do you see how how stupid that is if you were to leave it, right? Like, I mean, in most people's eyes, you're set. So it's like, what are you doing? Right. So that already the video is starting off as there's no way in hell. Right.
Yeah.
Second thing is, what's the second thing you noticed about that video? For me, it was the fact.
I mean, what was the name of the channel creator?
Hassan Abi.
Yeah.
So Hassan Abi is actually, yeah. Do you follow him at all? Like, have you seen him before?
I mean, I've seen like one video, but no, I don't follow him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with all of his stuff and all of his commentary. Like, he tries to be like way too extreme sometimes. And just, I mean, you know, I could choose a side, right? But for the most part, the way like his aggression builds up, and it's just like he just inserts like words of like comedy, but he's actually pissed. It's just priceless.
Yeah.
You know. So he's the one that's commentating this video, guys, and just like the way this guy's like, yeah, man, I'm so set to be homeless. I threw away my phone, and then Hassan just he pauses that, and he's like, what? Why would you throw away your phone? He's like, homeless people have phones, you idiot.
They do, and they have state-of-the-art phones.
Yeah, in what world? Like, we have cheap phones. You know what I mean? You don't have to have Verizon.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on, you know. And it's just like coming across that video of this guy just being followed with like ultra 4K, 8K cameras, a whole crew of filmmakers. There's no way in hell this guy actually just sat there and was like, all right, guys, this is my bench back here. We're going to be sleeping here tonight. Like, no, dude, you think homeless people actually plan like to sleep here? How do you know it's going to be empty? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
Like this guy's just waiting here, and he's like, "Yeah, we're starving, man. So we don't know what we're gonna eat." And he's like talking to the camera, which is moving. So there's a person with him.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So like this, unless the whole crew's homeless, this doesn't make any sense.
Here's the thing that didn't make any sense to me. It was just like at every, and the person, I think Hassan, he commented on this, like every major milestone that he hit, like getting the RV to live in and having the shower and hitting his first client within like a day, it just doesn't make sense because all that shit takes time if it's even going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really, I don't know. It's bizarre. But the whole point of this is that I'm not going to go on with what the video's about, but you guys already can tell. Is basically the believing of shit online. The believing of these, like, how do you, we don't even try to find the source anymore. Or like, what, like, who is this guy? You know, why is he doing this? It's very clear to me why he's doing this.
Yeah.
Money.
Or attention.
Right. Attention gets you money down. Sadly.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
But it's just,
I just feel like you have to be extremely naive to believe that kind of shit. And it's really just clickbait content at the end of the day. And like you said, attention equals money. So people are willing to whore themselves out in any way to do that.
That's true. Yeah. And I think we absolutely have a responsibility to just actually watch out for that stuff and tell people about this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you feel this too, but the people we're around in the world, I'm saying, a lot of them are really stupid.
A lot of them are just idiots.
Right? Yeah. And there's a reason why we tell you to make that sense common. Right? We've heard of the word common sense. And it's what we believe in, right? Don't be stupid. And what I mean by don't be stupid is don't act stupid. All right. We're all here with the same damn mind. Same brain. It doesn't have to be the same wiring.
Yeah.
But we can all use it to the full capacity. Right. And we choose to fucking act stupid. And that's how these things get created. Right. So, you know, if you come from a world of books and knowledge and education, right? Knowledge. But like, you're going to realize that these things are just actually so stupid and such a waste of time. And it's just so wrong for the world to be operating like.
You know, the scenario in which I would have actually believed that story is if he wasn't followed around with a camera crew and he just did it by himself with no documentation whatsoever. If only he explained it afterwards, then that would make more sense.
Yeah, like a Bob Lazar type of situation.
Lazar type of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he dealt with aliens and UFOs, right? But we literally had no footage. We had nothing. He just had the same story repeated over and over and over.
Yeah.
And it's believable, right? For the most part. You might ask certain questions and just be a little bit curious, but that doesn't mean you're denying it, right? You're not in denial.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So like responsibility, I think is a huge thing, which is something we're actually going to talk about right now.
What do you think about it?
Responsibiliquist. So responsibility, I actually want to ask you, responsibility. It's a deeper thing than most people think, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like most of our responsibility is to educate ourselves. That's where it really shines. You know? With education, I mean, educate yourself on the things that are societal, that involve non-individualism. So it's more like, hey, I'm a giver and I'm a taker too. So I'm not just going to be sitting here being unbalanced. So balance is something I talk about all the time because it goes farther than anything. It's a rule applied literally to everything.
Yeah.
Even when you're angry and you have every right to, like, let's just say you have a right to kill someone. Okay. Like he's done something to you where it's like, I don't know, let's just say he killed both of your parents. Batman, he wants to kill, right? He really wants to kill. But the whole point is that he learned how to balance himself so that he can catch himself in control and be a better person than the other person, okay, without killing. So just because one person killed doesn't mean you have to do the same to get revenge.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just an act of balance. So that applies to that. It could apply to, I say this all the time, drinking water, right? I mean, I could be drinking 120 ounces a day and just like literally killing my bladder just because of so much activity. Like, stop, dude. Why don't you try 64 ounces? It's just fine.
Yeah. It's like the whole right? 5 gallon, like, let me chug 5 gallons a day.
Yeah. You want to maintain your hydration. You don't want to be like, oh my God, I need to just hydrate all the time. No, dude. You know?
Well, here's the question. Okay, I think we need to, how would we each define responsibility? I want to know how you define responsibility first.
Interesting. I've been thinking about how to define responsibility. And the thing is, we know how to define it. But it's like, how would I define it?
Yeah.
Have you thought of yours?
I know. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to owning your shit. So when it comes to your thoughts, feelings, actions, all three of those matter immensely. So it just comes down to owning your shit when it comes to those things. And at the end of the day, you have to understand that you're in control as opposed to other people being in control, mainly of your reaction.
The way I view responsibility, to be completely honest, is I should be the one going through hell just so I can build my capacity of doing that and making it easier for people.
Yeah.
If I can make a path that is much easier for people to follow, right? Which is essentially what you want to do, right? The whole point of education and doing these things is to educate. And when you educate, you lead, right? You're becoming a leader, whether you like it or not.
Big time.
Okay. So use it. That's a huge responsibility. And I think it's really just separating the logic from the emotion.
Okay?
Yeah. And using everything you learned about strategy within your life to formulate responsibility. This is all responsibility. It's how to clearly think and take action. It's not just to think, right? So when I think, I'm diving into my emotion and my logic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the emotion and be like, you know, for example, I feel for these people in Uganda.
We feel for Ugandese.
All right, yeah. And then like, yeah, I'm about to cry, for example. But then I go, all right, but let's really think about this. What is the problem? I don't know. There's no food, terrible water, like, you know, just not even like barely any necessities.
Yeah. And
I will think about it logically, even though I just went through the emotion. Why? Because now I am in control. If I'm able to just put that wall there, I'm in control.
Yeah.
So now take that, memorize that. So go back into your feelings and feel it again and be like, yes, I know my purpose. Because purpose is really a feeling. Okay. I kind of separate purpose and goal, because a goal is kind of something that you just imagine, right? It's kind of like a dream. A purpose is kind of like something that's in my being. It's my responsibility. So in my life, I think it's my responsibility to learn as much as I can, do better as much as I can. There's a lot of things that I've you know, come to realize about myself that, you know, maybe some listeners even noticed, you know, from episode 1 till this day. A lot of things have happened, you know, and it was my responsibility to not screw that up. I really felt that. And it's kind of like, okay, I don't want to make people angry with the things I say, you know what I mean? So I'm going to act more civil and balanced and bring it in story form. You know, I'm not just going to spew facts because that's really boring, right? I would rather you follow my journey. And I feel like that is my responsibility. It's building the journey for you.
Well,
You understand?
speaking of story form, I mean, I think the greatest example is, have you heard of the book? I think you have, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl.
I have not.
Okay, so
Man's Search for
yeah.
Meaning?
So
Okay.
basically, I think it was like required or mandatory reading in high school or something like that. But I didn't finish the book, but I finished. I mean, I went through most of it, and the
Hmm.
key idea from Viktor Frankl, who was actually um, a Holocaust survivor in a Nazi concentration camp, is that you have control over your perception of whatever happens to you. So he went through hell. I mean, talk
Hmm.
about, I don't think it gets much worse than being a prisoner in a fucking Nazi camp, right? And he was
Hmm.
able to like
Absolutely not.
create some hope for the future and control his perspective to the point where he survived and other people who didn't all died off. So I don't think there's a better example of responsibility than that. It's like, listen, just
Yeah.
own your stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. And perception is a huge thing that I've been really, really looking into the past year. And it's because of my own experience. Uh, so, you know, as human beings, you may see me as everything's perfect and fine. I'm smiling on camera, right? But you really don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
right? I just have the control to switch myself to 180 degrees. So perception is something that I've really been messing with myself. And it's, let's just say, I don't know, woke up and I don't know, the devil's just like whispering in my ear today. And I'm just like all rigidity and pissed off and just ready to punch a hole in the wall. Right?
Yeah.
That's up to me to decide not to do it. Okay. I'm focused on emotion right now. So now you just told yourself, hey, hold on, you're focused on emotion, dude. Go back. Go back. This is why I always say and emphasize, talk to yourself, because you are yourself. So like if you're repeating shit to yourself in a mirror, that's literally communication.
Yeah.
Right? It's a different kind of communication than a thought, because a thought just sits there and hovers. It's not really a spoken. There's no action to it. But when you hear a voice, it's completely different. Your processing system is different.
Mm-hmm.
So perceiving things, it's kind of like, how do you, it's kind of like a belief system. And it's rooted within, I would say, the gut, dude.
Oh, for sure.
To be honest.
For sure.
Like, it's such a spirit thing. And you could change that. You could change that within moments. Okay? People do this all the time. Like, Steve Harvey's really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey's really good at that. He knows, like, he's never having a bad day, but he could have bad days. But he's so good at talking to himself that he could just switch himself into like, all right, actually, the world isn't ending today, even though it kind of is. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just choosing to perceive it like that. I'm choosing to perceive it really chill. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, my perspective is all hell broke loose. But my internal perception of this thing is that it's going to pass and everything's fine. I should not be angry. Things happen, blah, blah, blah. You're talking to yourself, right? You're kind of negotiating.
Mm.
And that's what I mean by perception. You can perceive things differently within moments. And I've come to really realize that, tough times, sometimes tough times, call for like tough measures, like you're doing things you don't want to do. Like it feels really weird the first time you do it. I'm not going to look at myself in the mirror and be like, damn, you're awesome. Got this. Go get the bag, go get the dough. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know.
Yeah.
That all rhymes, but like
the
it's
whole,
just, yeah.
The whole responsibility, perception, perspective, all of that ties into, I think, an important topic that we haven't really discussed previously. But I mean, considering that it's almost January 1st, it's almost a new year, I think we could dive deep into it. And that's like this whole idea around New Year's resolutions. Like, I think people have such a warped view of like taking responsibility in that sense. Like they wait for the calendar to hit January 1st instead of just fucking starting right now. As if January 1st is some magical date where your life transforms, right?
Yeah. Well, the way I see that, you're just weak and pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Because if you haven't been doing that, then something's wrong with you, right? I get that, people like to be told what to do and organized, right? This is something that's been practiced by other people. So people hear about it and then they apply it and think that it's something that they need to also do. But in reality, you just need to take action the morning of.
Literally.
Okay. Yeah. So when you start a job, you don't be like, I didn't sleep well yesterday. Can I start Thursday? No.
Nobody does that.
That makes no sense, dude. Do you want the job or not? All right. Are you responsible enough?
Mm-hmm.
That means you have no responsibility, dude. You don't know how to take action to your responsibility, which is in my eyes, it's farther deep rooted, into who you actually are.
Yeah.
What are you capable of? What is your capacity? I'm leveling up in life. I'm looking for people that are my level, So it's kind of like I'm trying to help and gather as much bodies as possible to climb that ladder. We're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand that. People like to be individuals. People like to be just solo life, take all the benefits you can out of this world. Life is short. Live up your dreams. Dude, do you see how one-sided that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If 2.68 billion people decided to be individual, okay? How chaotic would that be? Everyone's just going to be this lonely ass moron.
I think what you're pointing to is anarchy. It's just going to be complete chaos.
Yeah, it's complete chaos, which is, honestly, that's what you're seeing today.
Yeah.
Is it not? Right? It's kind of I've dealt with people that are sad, depressed, I'll be like, hey man, I think it helps to talk about it. And they'd be like, no, I'm good. And then you don't see them for 6 months.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, that's in my head, I'm just kind of dude, that's weak. Why are you doing this? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's it's your responsibility, man, to ensure that you want a better life. Okay? Stop dwelling. Why do people dwell and just sit there and be like, nothing, no one cares about me? Who cares if no one cares about you? The whole point of this life is to better yourself so that you can enjoy your own damn company. Because yes, technically you don't need anybody, but you do, because that's instilled in every human, whether you like it or not. We're social creatures.
Mm-hmm.
If you walk this earth alone, I kid you not, dude, you would kill yourself.
Yeah. And I think it really
so we force it.
It's, I had a thought and I completely fucking lost it. But what I'm trying to say is, regardless of, fuck, I just completely lost the thought, bro. What did you say before?
It's okay. I was basically talking about what the hell did I talk about? Oh my god, you lost me. But I haven't slept in 5 days, to be fair. So,
yeah.
Well, not 5 days. I slept a couple hours here and there. But
this is what I wanted to bring up. Tying into 2022 and the new year, I want to know what specifically you want to. What do you want to gain out of it? What kind of what?
I'm so sorry, but that cut out for a second. Literally 2 seconds.
Yeah. So 2022, what do you want to focus on in particular? What areas do you want to strengthen? Obviously, you want to strengthen all areas, but what particular ones do you really want to raise the bar with?
For myself, I really, really want to grow a community, an online community where everyone is sharing and engaging, and being thoughtful about it. Having friendly debates, and understanding and being open to accepting people's information, and being able to also share your knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because dude, I can listen to someone that's stupid, and one day he might say something that possibly resonates and gets me to start reading a book or remember a book that I read and go back to it. Right. And this is just how the world works. Right.
Yeah.
It could be one word that you hear from someone on a metro. You'd be like, huh, that reminds me of something. And you remember it. And then you find the book at home, pick it up. And you're like, cool. And there you go. You just spent literally a year of knowledge in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't underestimate books.
Yeah.
And it all sparked from being at the right place at the right time, for example. Which is why I say, get out, go do stuff, walk around. At the very least, if I'm stuck at home, I still go out in a sense. I'll walk around my neighborhood, put on my headphones, take a book, sit in the sun. We do this a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
On our leisure time, we really are not indoor people. We're indoor, but outdoor. You know what I mean? Like I'll be walking around the house and stuff, doing stuff. That's me at home. I'm not going to be sitting there just resting my butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a part of responsibility. Like it's our responsibility to be a freaking human being, an adult, a mature person that doesn't just merely exist. We all have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in this together and nobody understands it.
Yeah.
People think we're all in this alone. It's a simulation, my guy.
It's a simulation, my guy.
Yeah. So.
No, but I definitely agree with you on the whole community aspect, because I think we've done a really good job up to this point with the whole podcast and building up a community. And I think over time, we'll start to see even faster results. Like we'll start to see more growth. But other than that, I mean, 2022 is going to be an interesting year, because we're definitely going to create a lot more content than we have.
Yeah, and we got the World Cup coming too, so don't forget that. But as for the 2 AM podcast, I'm excited for that. We also have the new 2 AM stew being built.
Oh man, I can't wait to start recording in that.
Yeah, but going back to my other point, or actually before that point, 2 AM podcast stew being built right now. We got half of it done. We're just sound sealing the rest of the door, and I think we should be good to go. It's going to be a new aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are going to love it. I'm excited for it. I'm actually freaking, like, I keep looking at pictures of the pictures I took when I did all the work.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, I'm building it myself.
Yeah.
So it's,
and dude, honestly, like with the whole remote recording, a part of me enjoys it because it's convenient, but another part of me hates it because you don't have that face-to-face interaction. Like even the small like delays in speaking and all that shit, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. I mean, with time, what's going to happen is I am actually going to set you up with a proper stew, like an actual stew that you're going to go to, and it's just going to be record ready for anything, live, all that stuff. So that's all in the future. These are things that I'm going to do this year. So there's going to be a lot of change for the 2 AM podcast this year. That's a huge update. I'm not even going to mention what it is anymore. I just want to show. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to show you guys through action. And that's responsibility. That's my responsibility. Mm-hmm.
What else?
But I just did want to say one thing. One point is never feel like you're forced to do anything, but rather force yourself to do the thing. You know why? There's a huge difference. Because that showed me that you gained control.
Yeah. You gained control.
So you don't force yourself to do something. Yeah. Remember that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, as for updates for myself, my film is probably going to be coming out in around May, June. It's a little short film that I did, which is exciting. I'm color grading it at the moment. And yeah, the whole team and everything has been awesome. Working with them, the communication's on point. Nobody let me down. This is probably my first production where it was just like smooth sail.
That's like the best.
Because it was like a bunch of outdoor locations, chasing the sun, nighttime scenes, drone shots, extras, lots of extras. So it's like, yeah, everything just went smooth, which is freaking great. I gotta say, man, as shitty as this year was, the 2 AM podcast really made it worth it.
Bro, I'm telling you, like going back to purpose, like this is a big part of our purpose, and I think it's gonna end up rewarding us in a big fucking way. We just have to keep going with it.
It is. And we appreciate our fans the most, because without you guys, this is not possible. Okay, we would just be talking to ourselves. And we're here to share and grow together at the end of the day. We love doing this. We love knowledge. We love educating ourselves.
Yeah.
We sometimes, for most people, some people are visual learners. Some people just like Audible. Some people do not like to read at all, right? But they like information. People like to do better. They just don't know they don't know in what way to take it.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. You know, we can help some sort of crowd and grow together. We're also open to suggestions, guys. So send us questions. We post question marks all the time on Instagram. So go follow us there, 2AM Podcast. If you haven't yet, tell everyone about our YouTube at the 2AM Podcast as well. We are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Libsyn, and any major streaming platform that you can imagine.
And by the way, Spotify has introduced a new rating system. So if you want to head to our homepage on Spotify, hit us with a 5-star review, and we would much appreciate that.
Yeah, and we have a habit of posting things that mean a lot to us on our website. So go check us out at the2ampodcast.com, guys. We're going to be dropping merch very soon in 2022. That's the only last update I'm going to freaking give you. That's it.
That's it.
Show them the Coffee Sippers hoodie, buddy.
This is just a little run, a little example.
Yeah. We love that coffee, baby. You know us, sipping on that grind.
Sipping on them grounds.
Yes, sir. Anything else you want to share?
I'm good. I think we're just going to hammer some more episodes and get back to it.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, thanks for bearing with us. I know we haven't uploaded in about 2 weeks now, but I've been traveling. I've been doing a lot of work and stuff. Follow me on Instagram to keep up with my updates. Follow Zaid at Instagram. We're going to drop him in the link. And yeah, guys, just stay updated. Engage with us. Stay cool. Stay happy. Stay fresh. Good luck with 2022.
Indeed.
We believe in it.
Peace.
Peace.